Hello, my name is Star, and today I'm voiceovering my partner, redrawing my own drawing. Yeah, I think that that was a lengthy title. That will not be the title, but yeah, a lot of this is me. I'm like off to the side for like questions and stuff. He actually did it in less time than I did. It took me like 18 minutes. It took him like 13 minutes. And I mean, some parts are cut out because it's just him asking me a question. So yeah, he doesn't use the same colors because he's like, should I use the same colors? And I was like, if you don't want to use the same colors, you don't have to. He's like, I don't want to use the same colors. And I was like, you know what? That's fair. So I gave him the colors. He uses most of the same colors, just not in the same way that I use them. This is basically a part 2 of last week's video where he voices over me drawing. Yeah. I realize around here when he starts like coloring it in that I never gave him the correct brown I used for filling in, and so eventually he'll stop and I'll be like, wait, this is the brown I used to fill in, and I either hand it to him or I put it to the side. I don't remember, honestly. Even though I was like to the side of him, I was also like doing other things, so I wasn't really paying attention to what he does. Oh, there I am, putting it to the side. He's outlining with it now. He wants to make a preference that he doesn't draw. He's not a drawer, as he said. That's the words he used. But I think it looks fine. I mean, okay, that sounded rude. For someone who doesn't draw, it looks good, I should say. Didn't mean to come off so rude there. Yeah. I was telling him, was last week, he's like, I have to talk the entire time. And I was like, yeah, it's not that difficult. Now I'm sitting here and I'm like, damn, I was a hypocrite. Talking the entire time without like a designated talking point. It's a little difficult. Not gonna lie. It's warm. I know that much. It like has gotten so warm this past month. I mean, obviously it's about to be summer officially. But still. It's like crazy. Also, kind of related. I mean, we're talking about my partner. We're engaged now. He proposed a couple weeks ago. And yeah, I've just been vibing and having about 1 million people ask me, when's the wedding? People I haven't talked to in years. And I'm like, why do you think you're being invited? No. It's quite interesting. We've talked about it. The people that come out of the woodwork to like congratulate you and ask you questions about it. You're like, it's very nice you think you're being invited. You are not. Sorry. Weddings are so expensive. We do not have the budget to pay for 1 million people. And we also wouldn't want 1 million people at our wedding. So, that was a little over-exaggerated. But, you know, the point is still there. We wouldn't want that many people at our wedding. So, yeah. Anyways, that's some good news. He's just coloring in. I think him watching me do this last week helped him? ? I don't know. I guess I should have had him do it first. That wouldn't have made any sense either. I have no idea if his skills have improved or not. he doesn't draw that much because he just doesn't like to. Not like to, but it's not as like, it doesn't come to you as easy as it does when you're a kid. And I think a lot of people can agree with that. Even I, like when I was a kid, I remember just drawing these random things and it being so easy. And now I'm like, what to draw, and I just don't know. So yeah. I tried telling him that the Poscas that he used for the background would be harder to cover up with the lighter colors. But he was on his own little thing, and I was like, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't be dictating how you're doing this. I also, the last video, he kept being like, this dog with a thing, and I was like, it's a melon. I told him after that it was a melon. He's like, oh, I see the melon hat. I see. I'm like, I was like, you did not see it though. He just kept referring to its hat. I'm like, it was supposed to be a melon. I do think I have the ears maybe a little too, especially for the height of the dog. It looks really odd, like they're really high up and still floppy. That's my critique on my own though. He was just copying mine. But yeah, now he's going in with blue lines. Okay. I don't know if he really had I think he was just picking up the colors and going with it. I have no idea if he had like a reasoning for why he was picking up what colors. But yeah, he was just going with it. I also do have his sped up a little bit more than mine. Because his like individual strokes are taking longer than mine, and I say mine take quite a bit of time anyways. But yeah. Look at that. Wow. Blue ears. No. Oh. We've decided coral ear. Oh. No. Green ears. Okay. Alright. I was judging the coral ears because I'm like, you kind of put that as your backdrop. Or background or whatever. You can't really. And he's coloring them in blue? Okay. Alright. Yeah. Sure. Yep. Okay. I'm just questioning why. And then this part I remember being like up because he's like, oh, I'm almost done. And I was like, okay. I stopped what I was doing and then he started doing this and I was like, oh. And he's like, texture. And I was like, okay, yeah, texture. That is, okay, yeah. And then I told him if he presses down. Well, I meant if he like pressed down once, it would be harder. But then he just started pressing down on every stroke. And I was like, okay, alright. I was like, not exactly what I meant, but if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. And yeah, we're almost done. Drew a little heart, and I have to help him like show it off here. So I hope you enjoyed this video of me just babbling, and yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!